Yo, today we're going to be doing an insanely fast Italian unification. So what do we need to do to get an insanely fast Italian unification? Well, it's pretty simple. We need nationalism, and we need every other Italian to have nationalism. What's the best way to get every other Italian to have nationalism the fastest? Make the other Italians not exist. So to make all the other Italians not exist the fastest, we're going to need to conquer them all. So let's begin. We start out by declaring a war on Tuscany. And then we're going to start researching nationalism as well. We're also going to put an interest in South China because we want to join the British in the Opium Wars for something. We're also going to start out by improving relations with Great Britain and France. Then we're going to up taxation, government wages, and military wages. We're also going to go into our decrees and put enlistment efforts on these 3 states and road maintenance on these 2 states. Use that road maintenance to build 5 Man o' War's ships, which will help us defeat the 2 Sicilies navy. Then we're going to finally be able to unpause, where we're going to call in every great power that we can into this war against Tuscany, which starts out with France, which we call in for Piedmontian Provence, then Austria, which we give an obligation to, then Russia we give an obligation to, and then Prussia. Okay, in this case, Prussia is not willing to join us. Usually Prussia is willing to join you. So this is slightly unfortunate, but it shouldn't be a major problem. So why are we calling in so many great powers into a simple war against Tuscany? Well, the reason is so that they cannot fight us in the future. In fact, we are going to be intentionally stalling out this Tuscany war as much as we possibly can. Um, and you'll see how we do that in just a second. I've split off 3 of the conscripts that we got from our conscription. We're going to move these guys over to East Siberia. I've realized we were supposed to get a couple of mobile artillery conscripts because they are better for attacking, so we're going to grab a couple of those. So the reason we're sending guys over to East Siberia is it's going to help out with taking longer for them to naval invade Tuscany. The plan is we're going to keep starting naval invasions that are going to take incredibly long. Oh, now Prussia's going to join. Okay, nice. We're not calling in these Italians. They want an obligation or transferring a state from us, and either of those things would make it harder to conquer them. Now the war with Tuscany is about to begin in just a second here. We hit 100 escalation. Now we're going to immediately grab one of our guys and start a naval invasion. Now it's going to take something like 200 days for this naval invasion to start, and then after that one starts, we can start this one, then this one, because it needs to arrive all the way over here, then it needs to regain all the way up to 100 org, then we cancel it and start the next one. Now we're also going to declare a war on Parma, because that is just a Italian we can easily attack in the meantime while we wait to prepare by getting up to major power status. We need to try to get up to major power as fast as we can. Oh yeah, I forgot something that's somewhat important. We're going to put the rural folk in our government. Then we're going to start passing no police, which the intelligentsia very much like. I believe it's because there's a radical or something. I don't think the intelligentsia would normally support this so much. Let's see here. Yeah, these guys support no police. I didn't really know this was a thing that the radicals supported until recently, but it is. So that's going to be pretty useful for us because it lets us get our intelligentsia happy, which is useful because it makes them stop giving us minus 10% prestige, and it makes it so they give us plus 10% society research speed, which will make us research nationalism slightly faster. And the research of nationalism is actually the slowest part of this run. It's what's going to happen last. Or at least we're going to be delaying things for that, and then we'll get at things slightly after we research nationalism. Now that the war with Parma has begun, we're going to start a war against Lucca, which is another Italian state that isn't going to do anything. The reason we are not attacking Modena is they're not guaranteed, but 2 Sicilies will almost certainly join if we attack Modena. Oh, we failed our naval invasion. We forgot to reset it. Luckily, Austria was the one that started a new naval invasion, so we are good because we can just restart ours after Austria fails because Austria doesn't have enough boats. If France had started, we would have needed to restart to avoid that. Okay, this is the final one of Austria's naval invasions, so it just finished. We'll grab a new general, one of our guys, and start a new naval invasion on Tuscany. UK has started the Opium Wars, so we're just gonna wait a second to join the UK in the Opium Wars, and then we're gonna declare our own war here. What we're gonna join for is a guarantee of independence. Then we're going to declare to conquer Rome and also conquer Romagna, and or actually we're supposed to create a power block of military treaty with aggressive oh yeah, we need to rival some people in order to do this. Go ahead and get a couple rivals. Then we're going to form our military treaty, aggressive coordination. Oh yeah, and now we're gonna add in our other war goal of conquer Umbria. Now Two Sicilies is going to join this play almost certainly, and we're gonna conquer Sicily from them, which of course, we're gonna need that in order to have enough maneuvers in another war that we're gonna be declaring pretty soon here. Now that that war has begun, we're going to do another war on Modena, which hopefully Two Sicilies will join against us in. You can see here currently Two Sicilies is -3 for joining. So we're just going to disband a couple of our conscripts, which should decrease their neutrality enough, and roughly -5, I think, how much where there's like a good chance that they should join. So hopefully, if we get Two Sicilies joining, now we're going to conquer everything but Sicily from them. And you'll see we'll have enough maneuvers to take all that, but we won't have enough to take Sicily. So if we had added Sicily as a war goal, we wouldn't have had enough. Now we're going to put our troops on that front, and this is going to be our final war to unify the Italian peninsula. You'll see after this war escalates, I can show a map of everything we've got war goals on, and it will be the entire peninsula. Okay, so now we open the Make Peace screen. You can see that we've got war goals on every single Italian state. Now here's the thing. We actually do not want to unify Italy too fast from this position. If we just try to unify Italy like super fast, oh, Austria started another naval invasion. Unfortunate. Well, it's better than if France had started it. But the reason we don't want to do it is we have 15 more months till nationalism. If we conquer Tuscany before we hit that, then France is going to start a cut down to size play against us, which is going to be pretty much unbeatable, even with a UK guarantee. And so we need to stay in this war against Tuscany until that finishes. And you might think, okay, so just avoid annexing Tuscany and take all the other ones. But the thing is, if we take any of the ones that border Tuscany, then our allies in the war can assign to the front and annex Tuscany. Now we're also going to try to import as much of these military goods as we can to try to reduce price, although it's probably not going to have too much of an effect. It just might slightly help us out, at least in the arms industry ones. It looks like we won't be able to import enough artillery, but we will be able to import enough small arms. Now, one thing that we can seemingly finish off is going to be Two Sicilies, because as far as I can tell, Two Sicilies does not border Tuscany. So we should be fine to take out Two Sicilies. So what we're going to do is we're going to split formation, grab these 32 guys. Now we're going to split formation on our navy as well. Now we're also going to split formation on you. And then we're going to naval invade the 20 guys into Apulia, and with the 12 guys, naval invade into Calabria. And now one of these naval invasions is almost certainly going to get in, while the other stalls all their troops out. Now Austria's naval invasion, we need to be ready about that finishing, but it's not finished. Okay, it looks like we've successfully landed down here now. So we're going to try to assign to this front as best as we can. We're also going to see that this front is easily winning, and so we're going to try to move some troops off of this front potentially. In fact, is it possible? Yeah, we can assign this army and then bring this entire army over here. Okay, the USA is declaring a cut down to size play against us, which is actually a pretty good thing because that means once that play starts, nobody else will be able to join the cut down to size play against us, in theory at least. Let's put this guy on defense because I don't think that we're going to be able to push that way very easily. We're just going to try to defend our little possession in the Two Sicilies here. Looks like they've got nothing on the defense of the um, capital, actually. So we can just try to land their capital. Let's do that real quick. Try to land here. We need to watch this Austrian naval invasion to see when it fails, also. But it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. I think this is going to be the final battle. Anyway, we just landed in two Sicilies. Let's watch this Italian naval invasion for a quick second. Yep, the naval invasion is now over. So let's start our own naval invasion of Tuscany. Six navy, yeah, let's do that one. Now, two Sicilies should slowly start capitulating out of the wars that they're in. And we're going to start pushing into Sicily. Just in case the war where we take Sicily isn't the first one to capitulate in, it would be really annoying if their capital moves down here and we can't annex them. That's really weird that this battle shows as an attack by the Americans on us when it's actually a Sardinia-Piedmont versus whatever else battle. That's really weird. There's an Ottoman naval invasion coming into us, so we're gonna have to try to deal with that real quick. As fast as we possibly can. Oh, how soon is that getting in actually? 10 days. Okay, well that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Let's disband this navy so that we'll hopefully be able to stall it out for a little bit. Okay, our navy is contesting there, so it's stopping the naval invasion from just getting in for free. I mean, is nice. We really shouldn't be starting offensive battles down here. That's a bit of a mistake. Oh yeah, we don't need to be naval invading Tuscany anymore. But also, this naval invasion is going to get in. So let's redirect one of these 12 troops. Let's redirect the one with more battalions, I think, defending. Because we really need it in order to stop this Ottoman naval invasion. Once Two Sicilies capitulates, things are going to become much simpler. Okay, now that we've got like the 13 guys here, we are pushing back the naval invasion barely. But we're failing on this front now. We need extra supplies or something. Try to stop it. It's not looking amazing for us. Oh, now it's... Okay, now it's our advantage. I don't really know what's happening. Let's take a look at how Two Sicilies is faring. They are going to be capitulating soon. This is going to be nice. Okay, let's go take another look at Two Sicilies. Wait, what? Oh, Two Sicilies capitulated in that war. So now they're just called Naples. Let's look in the Modena War. They should be capitulating somewhat soon. Yeah, okay. Wait, what? There's two fronts here now? Um, okay, 17 troops. Go on that front, I guess. That's a bit weird, but Two Sicilies should eventually cap, at least. And once that happens, we should be good. Oh, someone landed in Naples, or in Tuscany for us. And the nice thing is, since USA already declared the cut down to size war, um, no other cut down to size wars can be declared against us. After quite a bit of waiting, Two Sicilies is nearly ready to capitulate. Just give it a couple more ticks and they should capitulate. Looks like we're gonna need two more ticks, one more tick, and there goes Two Sicilies. So now we can put all these guys on advance front and hopefully make it through the Papal States and then make it through the rest of these guys here. And we can also start trying to push on this front. It looks like we've got a decent advantage. Oh, we just finished researching nationalism as well. That's pretty nice. Looks like we're making it our way well into Lazio, which is the capital of the Papal State. Okay, we've made it into Modena. So we're now going to start pushing into Lucca, which is this tiny little city-state here. Should be able to push in to Lucca pretty easily. Yep, there goes Lucca. Now we're going to try to capitulate Papal States. Oh, we just got tricolors over Turin, which turns us into a democracy. And in just a second, Papal States should capitulate. Yep, there goes Papal States. And now we can just do a bit of a Italian formation. So we're just going to form Italy real quick. Except that's not actually where the video ends. We're going to show that we can then defeat this USA cut down to size play, and then we're going to do some shenanigans to get our infamy back down to 0 by getting cut down to size in a different war, and I'll explain why we couldn't have done it in this cut down to size war. So we're going to start out with a classic naval invasion into something like New York. Meanwhile, now that our almost entire army is set on defending the Isles of Italy, or not the Isles, whatever, something in Italy, it should be much easier for us to defend against USA naval invasions. Look over here. Oh, this army is not at full org, so it's going to take a minute to land. Oh, great. America's gotten in a uprising, which is going to help out a little bit. Looks like they've got a navy coming to stop us, so we're going to retire one of our commanders to ensure that we get more troops in the battle. Now we unfortunately roll offense, which of course loses you a ton in naval battles, so we're going to cancel it and do it again, except this time hopefully not roll offense. Yeah, this time we roll defense, which means that we easily win the naval battle. The USA's got some defenders just in time, so we weren't able to land. But we're just going to chill for a little bit and wait for USA to hopefully do something that will expose them to another naval invasion. Or hopefully they'll just eventually be willing to white peace. Okay, we just passed no police, which we don't really want to pass, but it's fine. Now we're gonna try to send a bunch of troops in to guard this, because the goal is that maybe the Americans will send something over here. Yep, they do. So now we can start a naval invasion into DC and get in. Now the American Navy is here to stop us, but we should be able to defeat that in theory. Just take a little bit of trying, yeah, we get our first naval battle and we get on defense, so we should get a free win against their navy. Oh bruh, they've got troops coming here just in time. They're 3 days away. That's crazy, bro. No, we land in time. Okay. It's all good. Now USA is capitulating and they're gonna offer us a white peace, but I think it might actually be better to just try to get ourselves some war reps. You know, we might as well. I'm pretty sure USA will be willing to accept them pretty quickly here. They're only 14 peace acceptance away. And now USA will give us war reps. Now we're going to wait for another cut down to size play to be declared against us. Give it a little bit of time. So France has declared to cut us down to size. So what we're going to do to fix this problem is we're going to release Rome. Then we're just going to wait a second and get a certain event. Italian nationalists seize Rome. Now we're going to grant them all of our states here, just real quick. Grant them all of our unincorporated states that we've acquired in the last 10 years, which is basically all of our states except for the core Sardinia-Piedmont area. Just real quickly hand all this stuff over to the Roman Republic. Then we will just accept the cut down to size. Oh no, we lost Rome. Italian nationalist seize Rome. Roman Republic becomes a Piedmontian puppet. Then journal, form Italy, and there we go. We're Italy with 0 infamy. I've got a separate run in the description, which I've submitted to the speedrun.com leaderboards for Italian unification. It's currently in 2nd place behind a run that was done on a super old patch, which abuses the fact that not all Italian nations have to research nationalism in that patch. And that's the end of the video, so goodbye.